Okay. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to episode 1 of the Broken Joystick podcast. This is Amadou's Reviews, your host. This is a new podcast on my channel I plan on doing. I don't have a schedule for it. But yeah, this is going to replace the old Let's Chill podcast I had. This time I'm going to try and incorporate guests into it instead of just me than before. And we actually have a guest here today, my friend from school and also fellow YouTuber Declan.
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah, go check out his channel. Link will be in the description. Go check out my channel as well. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. So, for this first episode, I wanted to talk about E3 2017. I know this is like a while ago, over a month ago, but like I never gotten to speak about it on this channel. And I thought maybe this first episode of this podcast would be a great way to start. So I just wanted to kind of start with our like overall thoughts on this year's E3. Declan, what did you think about E3 this year?
Well, this year's E3, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, this year's E3 was kind of weird. It was like a love-hate relationship. For everything I liked this year, there was always something I disliked. Like, I liked how Microsoft had a lot of games that they showed off at their press conference, but a lot of them were games I didn't care about, nor were they exclusives to Xbox. Like Super Lucky's Tale. I don't give a crap about that.
Nobody does.
Yeah. But it's weird. And the more and more I think about this year's E3, the more and more I dislike it. Like at first I finished watching the Microsoft press conference and all the other ones, and I thought, wow, these were all pretty good. And then I go back and I think about it and I rewatch it and I rewatch it. And the more and more I do that, I dislike them more. Sony has no new IPs. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong there. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, you're a little wrong.
Oh, poo. Wait, I meant to say Microsoft.
Oh yeah, Microsoft. Yeah, there were no new IPs shown at their conference.
And that's what they needed. They needed new IPs, and they completely failed to deliver that.
Yeah, I'm kind of on the same boat as Declan, except I'm more on the hate side. I felt that this year's E3 was really disappointing. To me, there weren't any like megatons. There were no like big announcements that made me like fall off my seat or anything. I watched all the conferences, except I watched like bits and pieces of Nintendo's. E3 this year, like, it was really disappointing,
Yeah, it says a lot when people are saying the best conference is one where they literally just announce some titles and show a logo, which was Nintendo's press conference. So like, wow, best press conference at E3, and they just announced like 2 Metroids and a Pokemon game.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to like focus right now, but yeah, Nintendo, like, they just announced things with like a logo, Metroid Prime 4, and people are losing their minds over it. And I don't quite get that, mainly because I don't play Metroid. Have you played Metroid, Declan?
I have played Metroid. I played the original Metroid, and then I died like a billion times, so I gave up because, I don't know, those old games are really, really hard. So, yeah.
Metroid, no. I don't really have a history with Nintendo.
Yeah, me neither. I had Super Mario 64 on DS, but, I mean, that's another topic.
Yeah, that is another topic. So what I wanted to do with this episode is that I wanted to go through every conference, you know what I'm saying, with what they show and maybe give our thoughts about it.
All right. That sounds like a good idea. Where should we start?
So I was thinking we start with Bethesda's conference. Did you watch Bethesda's conference?
Boy, that was at midnight where I am. I wasn't about to watch that.
Yeah, well, yeah, I stayed up for it because I just wanted to see if Bethesda had anything to show. Before, I think it was only EA's conference. So I just wanted to see what... before was Microsoft's conference. And I was a little burnt out by that. So I wanted to see if Bethesda had anything to show. But their conference was kind of garbage, so...
Yeah, all they showed was another version of Skyrim. And then this time it was just in VR. Plus the Doom VR doesn't look that great. And I didn't really stay up to watch the rest of Bethesda's press conference. But
they opened.
From what I saw from what I saw, it looked like trash.
Yeah, it was. They opened with Fallout and Doom VR. That's what they opened with. Like, it was, like, I used to be excited for Doom VR because I thought it was just going to be Doom, like the game in VR.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
But they changed it a lot, and now it looks really dumb. Like now it's super slow. Like, the guns look weird. There aren't a lot of enemies. You can't even move, like, with an analog stick. You have to, like, kind of teleport around.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. It doesn't look that great to me either.
Yeah, and they also showed Fallout 4 VR, which, like, looked cool. And I thought it was just going to be, like, a little add-on to Fallout 4. You know, it's just like, you know, if you own Fallout 4 and you have a VR headset, you can just play it.
Mm-hmm.
But then I learned that it's like its own standalone thing for full price.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that. Wow. Wow.
Yeah. Your fake reactions.
No, this isn't fake. I'm serious. I didn't know that.
You know, okay. Yeah, you actually have to, like, buy it for full price. And it's like, and that's just kind of dumb to me because it's just a VR version. Like, it's legit just Fallout 4, like, with just VR.
Didn't they announce paid mods too?
Oh yeah, the Bethesda Creation Club. Man, I don't know how they had the balls to, like, show that at an E3 conference.
Right after Valve did that thing with Steam with paid mods.
Yeah,
with Skyrim and stuff.
And they had to
and they took it down because everyone hated it.
Yeah. And Bethesda tries to do this again. Like, I don't know if this thing's really going to catch on, but I think they're actually, like, enforcing it now. So I don't think this is, like, going to be a thing where they just take it down.
Yeah, same.
And I think it's going to be, like, for the console, like, as well.
Okay.
The console version. Stop it with your wows, man.
Okay, let's cut. All right, let's keep going.
Oh, okay. They also went and showed Elder Scrolls Online, the Morrowind expansion, which came out a couple days before E3, so I don't know why they showed that.
Okay, that's weird. Like I said, I didn't stay up for this, so a lot of this stuff is actually surprising to me.
Honestly, I was about to, like, go to sleep because I was watching a guy react to the conference, so that's what was keeping me awake.
Oh.
But like, other than that, like, I was about to fall asleep. And, like, just going through their conference, I was wondering if there was anything good that was going to come up. And then they showed Skyrim on the Switch. Like, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, I mean, like I said before, it's another version of Skyrim.
Honestly,
can they bother putting out new titles?
I know. Like, it's so dumb. Like, Skyrim is a game that I myself never got into. I've never enjoyed Skyrim. You know, Skyrim's never been my kind of game. But, like,
other people, watch the like-dislike ratio on this video. Oh boy.
From what I played of Skyrim, it didn't really look like, I wasn't really that into it. I thought it was, like, okay. I didn't think it was, like, anything amazing yet. Dislike it all you want. But, yeah, so just seeing, like, countless versions of Skyrim, it's kind of just retarded to me. Like, why do they have to keep selling this game over and over and over again? Like, at next year's E3, are we going to see Skyrim, like, again?
Honestly, I'm not sure. I have no clue. I'm guessing we're going to get at least 5 more versions of Skyrim, and then maybe they'll move on. Maybe.
Honestly, I doubt that they're going to move on after that.
Really? You think they're going to make more?
I wouldn't be surprised if, like, the next generation of systems that come out, like, when they come out, like, they're going to make another Skyrim version for that as well.
Yo, just a sec. I need to put my computer on mute so that I don't get notifications.
Okay. That's fine. Anyway. Right,
there we go.
Yeah, so then after that, they showed Dishonored 2 Death of the Outsider DLC. This was actually a part that made me, like, kind of open my eyes a bit, because, you know, I'm a Dishonored fan.
Yeah.
But, you know, it wasn't really enough. Like, I saw the trailer and I was like, oh, that's cool. Like, if it's like a $20 DLC, you know, like...
Do you know how much it is?
It's $40, $50.
Oh, $40?
It's like kind of like, you know, Uncharted: The Lost Legacy.
Where they like started as a DLC and then just making it into like a fully fledged game.
Like, yo, it's got like its own case. You can like pre-order it. You know, like they're trying to make this like its own game. And I don't really know what I think about this. Like, I kind of called this in one of my previous Let's Chills. I said there was going to be some Dishonored 2 DLC being shown. I thought I was going to be wrong, but I don't really think that I'm that interested in DLC right now, especially since this is coming out during the latter half of 2017, where a lot of other games are coming out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
I know what you mean.
You know, like this thing, I think it comes out in September. Like, I'm gonna have to double check that, but if it does, like, Destiny 2 is like around that time. So,
oh boy,
like, yeah, Destiny 2, the closed beta is actually going on right now for Destiny 2.
Oh, can I just? Are we gonna talk about that or no?
Like, okay, what are your thoughts on Destiny 2 from the beta?
To be honest, I mean, I haven't played it, so I can't say much, but I don't think it looks all that different from the first Destiny, like, at all.
That's literally what everybody's been saying. It's literally,
okay.
It looks like the exact same thing. Like, I was watching, like, some gameplay of it, and honestly, it doesn't look that great to me.
Same. You know, I just watch it, I'm like, the guns look the same, the graphics look the same, the UI, the interface looks the same, everything looks exactly the same.
Yeah, and it's at 30 on consoles, so... Like, it's at 30 FPS on all consoles, even on the Xbox One X, even on the PS4 Pro. Like,
damn.
Like, yo, the game doesn't even look that good. Like,
I don't know. You know, it's got its following, so for people who enjoyed the first Destiny, obviously they'll enjoy the second one. Just don't expect to get anything new.
I enjoyed the first Destiny. I liked the first Destiny a lot, but, you know... The question is, are you willing to pay $70, because we live in Canada, $70 for something you've purchased already? I think it's $80 here.
Oh, man, damn.
$79.99? No. Destiny 2? I think I'm just going to wait for that price drop, to be honest.
Yeah, same.
But
if I get it at all.
By then, like, 5 expansions will have come out, so...
Yeah. I hope it doesn't suffer the same content crisis that Destiny 1 suffered from when it first came out.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Destiny 2 had all the same problems that Destiny 1 had. Sure, they have, like, a better story, but isn't that something that's, like, expected?
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
you gotta have more than that.
Like, it's made by Bungie, too, the people who made, like, Halo, which has, like, one of the best stories, like, ever made, in my opinion. I really like the story and the lore of Halo. And then they create, like, Destiny, and I don't even know what's going on in this universe, to be honest.
Yeah, well, that's one thing a lot of people hated about the first game was the story. And if they're planning on expanding the story from Destiny 1, it's going to be kind of hard if they're relying on events that happened in the first Destiny, if half the people who played don't even know what happened.
Yo, so true. And how, like, you can't carry over your character from the first game to the second game. You know, that got a lot of people mad.
Yeah, their excuse for that was the tower got blown up, so all your stuff is gone.
That's the first mission of the game.
Oh boy, oh.
Oh boy.
Anyways, we should get back on topic.
Yeah, just to close off that Destiny thing, I'm gonna try out the beta when it goes open in a couple days. You know, I might make a video on it, maybe not. Maybe post on my Twitter. Follow me on Twitter, Amadou Some Damage. Just gonna plug that in there. But yeah, moving on, they showed Quake Champions, which is another game I have no interest in. So we're just gonna...
Yeah, well...
Nope.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
And then their next 2 announcements were actually very big, in my opinion. I thought that these announcements were, like, really good. And that was The Evil Within 2 and Wolfenstein. Okay.
Alright, yeah. Wolfenstein, the new Colossus.
Yeah, that game actually looks really good.
Yeah. I like the New Order. I like that game a lot. So.
Did you play it?
Yeah, I played the New Order.
Okay. Really? Like, you never...
Yes. No. Well, it was a long ass time ago, dude. That was back in, like, what, 2013? I didn't
2014.
have my Xbox One back then, so I had to play it on the 360.
Oh, okay. All right. So, yeah, sorry, I just lost my train of thought. But yeah, so they showed off Wolfenstein 2, the new Colossus. I thought that was really good. That's what they closed their conference off with. The Evil Within 2 also got a trailer, and that looked amazing as well. And the biggest bombshell had to be that both games are releasing this year, which was something I didn't expect. I think Evil Within is coming out in October, and I think they're both coming out in October actually. Honestly,
Wait, they're actually?
Yeah, I think they're both.
I hope they don't pull an EA and ruin each other's sales like they did with Battlefield and Titanfall.
I don't think that's going to be the case because I think they're released like 2 weeks apart. So
okay. Yeah, that makes more sense.
But yeah.
All right, should we move on to the next press conference?
Next press conference? Sure. Sorry. The next press conference we're going to talk about is EA's conference, EA Play, okay. The first conference.
You guys don't know, I'm a content creator on YouTube.
Oh, man. Dude, we're going to get to that in a second. We got to start off with what they opened with. Okay. So, what were your expectations for the EA conference before you watched it?
I don't know. It's EA. Other than Titanfall 2, there's not really all that much I like about EA. So I wasn't expecting much. I actually came out happy. Like, it's hard to explain. I went in with really low expectations. So when I went out of that press conference and there was actually a couple of games, or at least one game that I was really looking forward to, I was actually quite satisfied by that press conference.
You were satisfied by the conference?
Well, I went in expecting absolutely nothing. I know this is an unpopular opinion, but I went in expecting nothing, like, at all. And, I came out actually quite satisfied because they had one game, which actually should say a lot about EA, because, when your expectations are so low that, they reveal one decent-looking game at their press conference, and, you're instantly just, blown away because your expectations were completely wrong, That should say a lot about, them in general, just as a company.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with you. I thought I had, no expectations for the conference. I didn't know, what they were going to show, and I didn't leave out satisfied because even though A Way Out looked really cool, we're going to speak about A Way Out later, but even though that game looked really cool, I still feel that the conference, for the majority of the conference, it was kind of a snooze fest. It was funny because there were cringy moments and stuff.
Oh God!
But other than that, I thought it was really really unsatisfying in my opinion. So when they opened the conference, they opened with the football players playing the drums.
Oh God, I hated that.
My God. They're playing the drums, and then they cut to the Madden 18 story trailer called The Long Shot. So, what about that?
Madden, I don't know where to start with Madden. I never ever liked Madden, ever, and the fact that they're trying to hype people up with a story is not good, because that's something Madden and pretty much all sports games should not only have at this point, but they should just all have had them to start with, because it's sort of a necessary thing to have a complete package with. Yeah,
that's true. I thought that the trailer was actually pretty okay. I thought the acting was corny from the people there, but they actually got an actor. I don't know if y'all watched Luke Cage, but they got the Cottonmouth from Luke Cage to play a character in that. I don't know how they got him, but they got him. So that's pretty cool. But that was the only thing of note in that entire trailer, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Then they moved on to the Battlefield 1, The Name of the Tsar DLC.
I thought that looked neat. Isn't it? Wait, that was the one with the javelins, right? You could go on the horse and stab people with the javelins.
I just know that it's the Russia DLC.
Yeah. Okay. So it's right. I thought that looked pretty neat. However, I don't think you should dedicate much time in E3 to hyping up a DLC. that's just my opinion. And when they do stuff like this, a simple trailer would suffice.
Like,
not even at E3, just release a trailer in general.
Yeah, that's all they had to do. They announced it before, but they revealed like the game, like the actual gameplay at the thing. But it wasn't even like a gameplay demo. It would have been worse if it was a gameplay demo.
Yeah, yeah.
Had like that quick little 1-minute trailer, could have been released online. Kind of just a little bit of a waste of time.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah. Then they went on to the Men in Blazers for the FIFA part. The Men in Blazers, they missed the high five on the stage.
I can't tell if that was a part of the act or not. I'm just going to give them the benefit of the doubt and say it was a part of the act. Because despite what maybe other people think, I actually thought they were kind of entertaining in a good way, not a cringy way.
They were the most entertaining hosts in that conference. They were the most entertaining. So,
I mean, I wouldn't want them to host the whole thing.
No, definitely not.
But yeah, they weren't awful.
Yeah, they had good personality.
What about you said they were coming off for FIFA?
Yeah, they talked about FIFA after that.
The fact that I don't know where I'm going with this sentence. It's just FIFA, I can't really say much about it. I've never really got into FIFA, much like Madden. I don't play FIFA. I have never really played FIFA. And I'm trying to look at this from a FIFA fan perspective.
Yeah.
But I can't picture myself there because I can't really I don't know what kind of person likes FIFA. And that's just my opinion. I know they're out there. I know there's tons of people out there.
Yeah, both of us, we're not really into sports games. We don't really play sports games. So, when you're hearing us right now, kind of not really caring, that's why. They're just not for us.
Yeah, yeah.
So, we're just going to skip past NBA Live 18.
Okay, wait, can I just mention one thing?
Yeah?
Okay, I thought it was completely dumb how they have that big screen ready at the conference area that they were in, and then to look at some more gameplay, they did some sort of FaceTime or some sort of video call to some other person in another room with another TV, and then they put the camera on the TV.
Oh, yeah.
That was so stupid. Why?
They could have just shown the gameplay on the damn TV.
No. It was so dumb.
Honestly, yeah, that was kind of stupid. But after that, there was even more stupidity. Well, more like cringiness. There was announcer. Hi, guys. Need for Speed is a good game. He was choking on his words. The teleprompter didn't work.
Yeah. Oh, wait, he's the guy who was like, hey, guys, if you don't know, I'm a YouTube content creator.
Yeah, he's that guy. He said 2 words and then paused.
Yeah, for 10 seconds, and he's like, here's my good friend, take it away.
And then they did that little kind of cool handshake thing.
Yeah. It wasn't even, they messed that handshake up. It was supposed to be a normal handshake, but the dude just put his hand out flat, the YouTube dude put his hand out flat, and the other guy grabbed it like a normal handshake.
Yeah.
And then it looked like the dude, it just was stupid. You should put an image on screen right now or something showing what it was like.
Damn, I don't have an image. I'm gonna see if I can find it. But while I'm finding it, what do you think about Need for Speed Payback?
I don't know. I like FIFA and Madden was never into Need for Speed all that much. However, I did get into Need for Speed when Hot Pursuit was it Most Wanted? I can't remember. But I did get really into that game. Not much into the other ones. But from what I can see, the story looks decent. The acting looks a little corny, but the story looks kind of cool, and the mission that they showed was pretty neat.
Oh, yeah.
Other than that, though, there's not much I can say.
I felt a little bit annoyed how every time he hit another person, he would it would slow-mo and show.
Oh yeah, that was annoying. That was annoying.
They did that. I thought that was really bad.
It looks a bit like a Zack Snyder movie.
Yeah, except with color.
Yeah.
Another thing this is actually recent news. This wasn't at E3, but they revealed their pre-order bonuses, and
Okay.
one of the pre-order bonuses for Need for Speed Payback is tire smoke.
Really?
Yeah.
Isn't that just a visual effect that should already be in the game?
Yeah, it is. But like
What?
for some reason they
It's like Doom. The pre-order for Doom is sparks that come off your bullets. Ooh, sparks.
it's like colored sparks that come off your bullet instead of it being like orange, it's like blue.
It's fucking stupid.
Honestly, like I don't even know why they're man, I can't find a picture of them doing the handshake. They always cut off before.
Oh, well, you know what? Can't you just like add it afterwards?
Maybe. But like this video is probably just gonna be like just the picture.
Okay.
Like man, whatever. Moving on. Yo, cringe. Moving on. So there was A Way Out was shown. I don't think this is in order, but A Way Out is easily the best thing they showed at that conference.
Yeah, man, I can't wait to play that with my friends in my couch, man. That's gonna be awesome.
Yo, you call me the walking advertisement, but
No, dude. No, seriously though. But the dude's like, I can't wait for people to get their hands on the game and play it in their couch. And I was like, oh no,
yo, he was
in their couch.
he was so enthusiastic about his game, man.
Yeah, you could tell he was really passionate about it.
Yeah, like he kind of made me like want to play the game because he thought it was that good. But like the game itself looked really good. It's going to be a co-op kind of like adventure game where you play as two guys.
What do you think about the entire game being split screen?
That kind of actually annoys me. I think it being split screen is really cool, but only split screen. Like for me, I prefer to play games by myself. Like I don't always want to be with a friend. And having a game being made that is solely like you can only play with other people, or like, and if you don't, you can't play the game. You can't enjoy the game that you bought.
Yeah.
To me, that's just kind of annoying, and it sucks because the game looks really good. Like I like the premise. I just wish that they found a way to make it so that it didn't have to be co-op or something.
Yeah.
They found an alternate way, but like, hey, it looks like it's going to be a fun time with friends. It looks like it's like an awesome game.
Okay, yeah, you go.
It just looks like it's going to be an awesome game to play at like a sleepover with a friend, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But you pre-ordered the game, right?
Actually, I canceled that pre-order.
You canceled it? Why?
I don't know. I wasn't sure anymore. I was like, oh, pre-ordering is actually pretty dangerous nowadays. You know, like after No Man's Sky, pre-ordering.
Yeah, that's so true. And I was on Amazon. Like, I thought this game was gonna be like a $40 game, but like Amazon and like other places are selling it at full price. So like, is this a full price game? Like,
it is. This is a full price game.
Really?
Yep.
Like, yo, how long is it gonna be then?
It's a full AAA game. Like, they have an official studio now. Like, what's it called? Hazelight or something?
Hazelight.
Yeah.
I thought it was just gonna be like Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons. I thought it was gonna be like maybe like a little longer, like maybe 5-6 hour long game.
Yeah, but hopefully it's like at least 10 hours. At least
10 hours, hopefully, especially if they're selling it for that price.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. So A Way Out was the best game that was shown at that conference. It was a nice surprise. It was a very nice surprise.
It was.
Because A Way Out was actually teased like years ago.
Was it really?
There was a little teaser for it years ago, and it showed two guys on a train at night. That was all it showed. So seeing A Way Out, like the game just looks cool. It's coming out 2018. I was kind of hoping it would come out this year, but
you don't. In this day and age, you don't want developers to rush their games.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
they'll come out when it. Yeah.
Sorry, I just keep thinking about that girl who did the Star Wars thing.
Oh man, we're gonna get to that in a second. We just have to talk about BioWare's new IP.
Oh, well, they didn't show much for that until Microsoft's press conference.
Yeah. So like, I want to talk more about Anthem, like in the Xbox part, because it had more of a presence at Xbox's conference.
Yeah.
But what did you think of
was
that
weird.
teaser?
It was
The
weird.
teaser was, yeah, I thought it was.
I like. Oh, you go first.
Oh no, you go first.
Damn, you can tell we're Canadian. Well, you're not, but yeah, I thought the trailer was kind of neat. I liked how at the very end it showed the suit, which they called the Javelin, I do believe.
Yeah, yeah,
They showed the suit at the end of the teaser, and then it just cut to black, and then it said Anthem. I thought that was really cool. They definitely have taken what?
I said I thought Anthem was a weird name.
Yeah, I think Anthem's a weird name too, but hopefully there's a reason for it, you know.
Yeah.
Maybe it started off like the Arkham games, like a rhythm-based combat. Who knows?
Like, I wonder if it has anything to do with music. Like,
I highly doubt that.
You know, go to the Black Okage's channel, subscribe, even though I don't need to be, you know.
Plugging him.
Yeah. Forget I said that. Moving on.
Don't go subscribe.
Star Wars Battlefront 2, 30 minutes of it. Just covering some of the points. They brought in another presenter. It was the girl who played the main protagonist of the Star Wars Battlefront 2 campaign. I believe her name's Janina Gavankar. I believe that's what her name is.
She was so cringy.
Cringy. She was cringy during the conference.
She was also pretty hot.
Okay. But yeah, she came up and they were kind of talking about Star Wars Battlefront 2, how they took the criticism from the first game.
Yeah,
and
they showed off a lot of tweets saying like, "Where's the campaign?" and all this stuff like that, and like, it sort of made it look like they were just ignoring all of these tweets, and then just one tweet from like one of the new Star Wars actors came up, and they're like, "Oh crap, we got to fix this." Yeah,
like they showed off like tweets, and they were saying, "Oh, we've got a campaign now. We've got class system now. We've got free DLC." Game has
three times the content
than the original, but the original didn't have any content.
Yeah, 3 times 0 is still 0.
Yeah, like, well, it's not like, it would be like 3 times 1 or something.
True.
But yeah, they were talking about Star Wars Battlefront 2. I can't believe they devoted 30 minutes to this game.
It was unnecessary.
Like, it was obviously because EA had nothing else to show. Last year, it was an hour of Battlefield 1, so...
Really? Oh, yeah, I remember that.
It was an hour of Battlefield 1. But, like, speaking about, like, the actual gameplay, I actually think Star Wars Battlefront 2 looks good. I think it's good.
Do you think they upgraded the visuals at all? Do you think it's even possible?
No, the visuals didn't look that much different from the first game. It looks like a DICE game. Like,
yeah, beautiful.
Except, yeah, it looks amazing. I like how they're packing in more content. I like the class system. I think there's going to be a beta for it, or not. I don't know. So if there's a beta, I'll hop on it. I'll give it a try. But I'm really kind of happy about what they've shown.
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah, like, get a couple friends and just play it. I think it'd be really cool. You know, Star Wars Battlefront 2. And the campaign looks alright as well. I don't know if it's going to be well received, though.
Yeah, same. I don't think it's going to be very long either. Maybe like 6-7 hours at most.
Kind of average FPS campaign length. I don't know. It's actually canon to the Star Wars universe now, so...
Oh boy. I wonder how much money they paid for that.
Well, you know, Disney, Star Wars, you know, and that's another game Sony has marketing rights for, so...
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was EA's conference. Like, just repeating what I said earlier, although they showed some good things, Star Wars Battlefront 2 A Way Out were obviously the best things they showed at the show. I still feel that the rest of it was kind of filler, and I did leave a little bit unsatisfied.
Yeah.
It was an EA conference, so I was kind of like, okay, EA is going to have, like, their mech conference, but then, you know, Microsoft and Sony, they're going to have the best stuff, you know. But we're not getting to those yet. We're gonna do Ubisofts now.
Didn't that come after Microsoft?
It came before Sony, but yeah. But we're not doing this in order of the conferences. I wanted to get the minor ones out first, and then we do the major ones because they're gonna be the longest ones.
Okay, so some people actually say this was the best press conference. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I don't agree with that. I thought it was a good conference. It's one of the best Ubisoft conferences ever, but I don't think it was the best conference of this year.
And why do you say that?
I don't know. I just feel like a lot of the stuff that they showed were kind of like I wasn't really that excited for a lot of the stuff that they showed.
Okay, okay. So I didn't watch this one. I missed this one. I was doing homework.
Okay.
So walk me through the games they showed, and then we'll just go through them one by one.
So they actually started off with a big surprise, and not that like it was a game that nobody knew. Is that nobody expected this game to be this good, and that was Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle.
Oh, I've heard of that. Yeah,
that game actually surprised so many people because that game actually looks good. Like,
really? What does it look like? What does it look like?
It's like Mario XCOM, like the XCOM throw really? Mario. And at first I was a little iffy because like the Rayman Raving Rabbids thing, like I don't think they're funny. I still don't. Like, Declan, you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, I didn't really think that they were that funny. You know,
yeah,
like
I don't think they're funny either. I think it's just we're not the demographic that they're targeting as well, though.
Yeah, I know. I don't really find their humor that great. I wish they either just cut out the Rabbids, like, and just kept it.
Yeah,
I don't really think that made that big of a difference.
Wait, I'm looking up a picture right now. Oh, okay, yeah, I've seen this. Yeah, it looks pretty decent. It actually pretty decent.
It's a Switch exclusive coming out in August, so if you got a Switch, I'd say get it. It looks all right. You know, maybe.
Well, I don't know. I'd wait for reviews. And it's obviously, since it's in the style of XCOM, that's just what I'm comparing it to. It's obviously not going to be for everyone. So I'd say wait maybe for reviews or more gameplay before you decide whether you buy it or not, because if you're a fan of like maybe Call of Duty or something, or like fast-paced action, this definitely won't be for you.
And I don't think all Mario fans are going to like it because, you know, it's not like a traditional Mario game. It's legit like RTS. Well, not RTS, but it's like a strategy tactical game. So yeah. I think it looks cool. If I had a Switch, I'd get it. But I don't have a Switch. I don't plan on getting a Switch for a long time.
Unless You
know. Next one, Assassin's Creed Origins trailer. Microsoft was before this. I actually thought this trailer was underwhelming. Not only because like the showing at this conference wasn't as good as like Microsoft conferences showing, you know.
Yeah.
Like, and you know, I don't really have that much to say about it. It was just kind of a trailer that just shows the world, you know.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of neat. I still want them to go Japan though.
Japan. I don't think they're gonna do that, but I think they actually have a trilogy plan. I think the next places they're going is apparently it's rumored it's like Greece, Rome, or some kind of stuff.
Isn't Rome where it all started?
No, like but Rome all the way back. Like,
oh, okay.
Like not like Assassin's Creed Brotherhood Rome, like back then. But yeah. The Assassin's Creed Origins looks cool, but we'll speak about it more when we tackle the Microsoft conference.
Okay.
The Crew 2.
Okay. The first one wasn't that well received, so I don't know why a second one was announced.
Honestly, the Crew looked. The Crew 2 actually looks like, in my opinion, it looks pretty good, but I wouldn't buy it. It's one of those games I'm like, oh, that looks good, but I'm not getting it, you know?
Yeah. Maybe if it's like $20 later on when the price drops way down.
Like, I don't really know who's been asking for a Crew sequel.
Yeah.
I don't even know anybody who's, like, anyone that I know personally who has the Crew or even played that game.
I think Ubisoft is just trying to get new series out there because, you know, they're known for Assassin's Creed and you know, Far Cry and stuff. But that's like that's pretty much all they're known for. And I think they're just trying to get new series out there so that they can be like, hey, we've made, you know, a lot of ongoing series. You know, look at these, look at that. You know, I don't know why I said these instead of this, but anyways, moving on.
Yeah, I like how instead of it just being cars, you can actually fly planes, drive boats. It feels like they're actually trying with this one. You know?
I hope the actual mechanics for flying, especially flying, but flying and driving are good, because one complaint that people had with the first game is that it was way too slippery.
Yeah, I never played it, but if that's the complaint people have been saying, they should fix that. But
yeah,
I was gonna say something. Fuck. I just remembered. I think this game is actually also going to contribute to something I don't think it's just the Ubisoft syndrome, because I think other companies do this, but it's when a company kind of makes like a highly anticipated first game, it flops.
Yeah.
And then the second game is so much better.
Yeah, like Titanfall. Like Titanfall.
Yeah. Like, why isn't this the first game? Like,
exactly.
Yeah. So, you know, they did it with Watch Dogs. Even though like I still enjoyed Watch Dogs 1, but like they did it with Watch Dogs, so
they did that with Assassin's Creed, like the original one as well.
Yeah, the first one was kind of and then the second one was really good. So I wonder if it's going to happen to the Crew 2. Maybe the Crew 2 becomes a big success. You know,
yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah. What else did they reveal?
South Park: The Fractured But Whole got a release date. October.
Never got into that, but I think you're a fan, right?
Yeah, I'm a really big fan of South Park. I really like South Park. The game looks really good. I haven't played the first one, and I keep kicking myself about that because I really want to try out the Stick of Truth. But South Park: The Fractured But Whole, it looks really good. It looks really funny.
And apparently those games are like you're actually playing through like an episode of South Park.
Yeah, it's like you're playing through an episode of South Park. That's what a lot of people have been saying about those games. And if that's true, like, sign me up, because I really like South Park. I think South Park's really funny.
All right. What else did they reveal?
They showed off this Transference VR game, like this VR game Transference with like that weird trailer.
I saw that.
Sorry.
I don't think I'm looking forward to that game, like in any way, shape, or form.
It's VR, so I'm not interested.
To me, VR is like 3D, like 3D movies. Now people intentionally avoid them. Well, from what I see, they intentionally avoid them, as well as with like the Kinect and stuff like that. Like it worked with the Wii, motion controls worked with the Wii, but with the Kinect, man, that died so fast.
Yeah, I know. Like VR, I never really I get why people want VR, because it's like, oh, you're in the game, you're like interacting with things, and like it feels like you're actually in the game. But like ever since they started showing off games, I've just been like, no, like it doesn't look that good.
These don't look like games; they look like experiences, and in a way that sounds kind of cool. But you know, you can't play like Titanfall, for example, with. You would get completely disoriented. You would get sick playing that.
They'd have to slow the game down, probably like Doom VR.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I'm not really excited for this Transference VR game. So just moving on. Okay. Skull and Bones. I don't know how people are already falling for this trap. Like, like I saw Skull and Bones, and I was looking at the Twitter feed. People were like, "Oh my god, this looks so cool! Looks like an awesome multiplayer game. Oh look, it's like different gameplay." And this just makes me think about For Honor, which is what they released earlier this year.
Yeah, like, and then when that came out, that made me think of Rainbow Six Siege, but just back then.
Yeah, like it just looks like another Ubisoft multiplayer game with like different kind of gameplay, and people are gonna get super hyped, like, oh shoot, it's gonna be amazing.
Then they're gonna get disappointed by the full release, and then the servers are gonna be bad because they're peer to peer. I think.
And then people are gonna drop it, and then nobody's gonna talk about it again.
And then it's gonna die. It's gonna die like For Honor did. Actually, Rainbow Six is still going strong. Yeah, very strong.
Yeah, they actually like improved Rainbow Six a lot. It was really.
I still enjoy Rainbow Six.
Yeah, I used to enjoy it. Not so much anymore, but I can see how other people can enjoy it.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna skip past the South Park Go and Destroy mobile game.
Okay.
They also revealed a game called Starlink Battle for Atlas.
Starlink. Wait, let me look that up.
You're probably gonna Starlink Battle for Atlas.
Atlas. Okay.
It's like toy to life game. You like you have like a toy.
Oh god.
Dude, except you have to have it on your controller. There's like this gaping thing on your controller. Like I don't know if you're looking at it right now. And
I'm looking at it.
Yo, oh my god. Like when I saw it, I'm like, hey, this game actually looks like a good kind of space game. But then when I saw like him controller, I was like, no.
Yeah. No, this is gonna turn into like almost Skylanders, where you have to buy different toys and shit.
Yeah, Skylanders. I think Ubisoft is trying to compete against that, and I don't know why they're trying.
Didn't Ubisoft make Skylanders?
No, I think that was Activision publishes those games, so Ubisoft doesn't make those.
Yeah, but wait.
I actually used to like Disney Infinity, but then I outgrew that.
Yeah, a long time. Oh, okay. So Firma Studios makes. I may be pronouncing that wrong, but they make Skylanders. Anyways.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That game's kind of irrelevant to me. Only if that game didn't have that gimmick, I probably would be more interested in it. Because
same.
It looks like this cool space game. You fly around to different planets. Like that actually looks kind of cool. But since with that gimmick, no. No. Next up, I can't believe they actually went on the stage and started talking about this game because it's another irrelevant Ubisoft game that came out.
Okay.
Steep. Road to the Olympics DLC.
Oh god, nobody really even cared about the first Steep, like at all.
I played the beta. I thought it was actually pretty fun, but
I think it was fun, but like I said, nobody cared about the game. It's dead completely.
Like when the game came out, I didn't even know it was out. Like that's
that should say something.
How irrelevant it is to me. So like nobody.
Try finding a video about Steep that came out recently on YouTube.
They also revealed Just Dance 2018, skipping over that. They do that every year. Far Cry 5. Far Cry 5. They showed.
That was a short gameplay trailer.
I know. And that kind of disappointed me because I thought it was going to be like a little bit longer, and it kind of like changed into a trailer midway through.
What kind of what do you think of the changes? Like they're getting rid of the mini map.
Oh, really? I've never heard of this.
They're getting rid of the mini map, and like they're trying to replace it with a. Or I don't think they're really replacing it with anything, but I think the world is just designed in a way where they want everything to be so memorable that you know where you're going at all times. Sort of like how you know your own neighborhood, and they want to give the player like a. This is what they said. They want to give the player like a better sense of exploration. You know what I mean?
When did they say this?
No, this is just what I've heard. Like I'm not sure if this is an official statement.
All right, man. I'm probably gonna have to do more research on that on my own time, but maybe. But if that is true, I feel like that is cool. But the thing that kind of really disappoints me with Far Cry 5 was in the reveal, because I really wanted this game to be a Western. I really did.
I don't know. I feel like people would call it out. People would be like, oh, it's just copying Red Dead Redemption 2, But when you think about it, that makes no sense at all, because this game has been in development since Far Cry Primal, which came out last year.
Shoot. But, like, to me, this Far Cry 5 game has so many parts of it that could have been, like, that could have been changed to make it a Western. Like, the setting. To me, I feel like a Western Far Cry 5 would have made people kind of like look at the game more because they're like, wow, they're taking it in another direction. Primal to me was a little bit too far back. They shouldn't have went that far back.
I never played Primal, but from what I've heard, a lot of people are actually saying that like it felt too similar. Yeah,
but I feel like a Western game, because a Western has a lot of the things that a Far Cry game has. You can have crazy characters. You can have crazy set pieces, a crazy antagonist. You can, like,
Hmm.
and you can have like the hunting, you can have all that stuff in it. And a
Yeah.
complaint that a lot of people have is that, oh, like one or two complaints I hear is that it's like, oh, the world's gonna be flat. It's just a desert. Like all westerns don't need to take place in the desert. It could take place in that map in Far Cry 5.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like, yeah, and also they say the only problem is the weapons. Like how
There wouldn't be many.
there wouldn't be a lot of weapons, and the chances of stealth would be lower. But to me, I just feel like they would have to, like, since like they're bringing it in a new direction, I feel like what they should do is that they should just kind of focus more on gunfights, make it feel good, so you don't feel the need to go into stealth mode all the time.
Yeah.
And they could create this crazy, over-the-top story, and I feel like that would have been far more impressive than the Far Cry 5 that we're getting, in my opinion. Of course, I know a lot of people disagree with me, but
Yeah,
really-
yeah. I actually completely agree with you there.
oh, for real, sick.
Yeah.
Like, I just think Far Cry, because Far Cry 3, Far Cry 4, and Far Cry Primal were all basically like the same. Like, well, not, yeah, they were really similar. And I feel like putting it in a Western setting would force them to change it a little bit.
They'd change up the formula. It would feel fresh and new.
It will feel fresh, new. They can have those beautiful graphics they have in Far Cry 5, and they can have all that stuff. And to me, I just feel like that'd be the best. I hope they do like kind of a Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon sort of thing, where like they have like this kind of standalone thing, except they set it in like a Western kind of setting.
Okay, yeah, and you can like buy it separately as like its own game almost.
Because I would buy that over Far Cry 5. Like,
Yeah.
I would
Far
buy
Cry 5. Yeah, Far Cry 5. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but like with our actual thoughts on the game Far Cry 5, I think it looks cool. You know,
I don't think they've changed quite enough for me to be on board yet.
I can see how you think that. I don't really. Yeah, I can see how a lot of people can think that. I'm just trying to think. Sorry, I'm just trying to remember the games.
That's all good.
But I think it looks cool. I'm gonna check out reviews, see if people like it. Even though I review games, I'm waiting for reviews so I can review the game for you guys.
It's like reviewception.
And then they close it off with Beyond Good and Evil 2, which to me it was not a big announcement because I haven't played the first one, but I can 100% understand why people thought Ubisoft won E3 because of this.
Yeah.
This was a game people have been waiting for, I think, 14 years apparently.
Oh boy, that's like how long it took Duke Nukem Forever to come out.
Yeah, people have been waiting for a sequel to the first game for a long time, and Ubisoft, they delivered. So
The question is though, did it take this long to get a sequel because one of three reasons? Did it get stuck in development hell? Did it just take them this long to make the game because they were taking their time and didn't want to mess it up? Or did they just decide, hey, it's been long enough, let's make another one and get people's nostalgia to act up so that they'll buy it?
Honestly, I don't know. They actually, after E3, they revealed a 15-minute in-engine demo. It was kind of like the developer kind of talking about what they think of the game.
Mm-hmm.
And the game's going to be like No Man's Sky. And I know that's like a bad thing, but like what they want to do is that they want to create like a universe where you go into like ships and then you kind of go into space and explore different planets, but they're actually doing it differently from No Man's Sky. First, the budget is probably way bigger than No Man's Sky's. They said they're gonna handcraft a lot more of the worlds, and they show that the engine can handle it. They show that the engine can handle it. So I think that if they do pull this off, this could be like the real No Man's Sky.
Yeah, what we were looking for.
My problem is that I just don't know how they're gonna have a story, like a main storyline with this sort of gameplay.
Is there actually any evidence that there is going to be one?
There looks to be a story because at the end of the trailer, it was like they were all talking to each other, and it just looked like there was a story. I think there is. The first one is. And kind of just going sidetracked here. and well, it's just going sidetracked because Mass Effect Andromeda started off as like it was going to be like No Man's Sky, where you kind of go to randomly generated planets, like that sort of thing. Except all that. So I wonder if Beyond Good and Evil 2 is going to kind of do that, where they like go like, oh, we're going to have all this stuff, and then they're like, oh shoot, we got to scale it back for the story. I wonder if they're going to do that.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's it for Ubisoft's conference. I felt that this was the first good conference at E3 this year. Still a little bit, like, again, like, I didn't think it was, like, the best conference at E3 this year.
I can still see how some people think it's the best, though.
I can definitely see how some people think it's the best conference. Personally, it's not mine, but, you know, we're going to talk about Microsoft and Sony's later. We're going to jump into Nintendo's. But I don't really think I'm the right...
Let's talk about this 5-minute press conference.
I don't really think I'm the right critic for this conference because I don't have a history with Nintendo. I'm not into a lot of Nintendo's games, so all these games just kind of flew over my head. Like Xenoblade Chronicles 2, a new Kirby game, a new Yoshi game, Pokemon game, Metroid Prime 4, Fire Emblem, Breath of the Wild, and Super Mario Odyssey. Like, all those games kind of flew over my head, except for a couple. Super Mario Odyssey, that kind of got my attention. But even then, I'm not excited for it.
I thought the fact that his hat has eyes is stupid.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't like that at all.
Oh, damn. Well, like, he can take control of other things, so that's kind of cool.
I hope they take sort of the direction they took with Super Mario 64.
I think that's what they're trying to do. I think they're trying to mesh Super Mario Galaxy, Super Mario 64, all into one kind of package.
That would be awesome.
So Super Mario Odyssey, to me, was kind of the best thing that they showed. But just the rest of the things, like, I don't really care about Kirby or Yoshi. A Pokemon game for the Switch sounds cool, but I'm not that into Pokemon. Metroid Prime, I've never played one. So, Fire Emblem, never played one. I'm not really that interested in it. And yeah, so I don't think I'm really the right critic for this. But I can see how the Nintendo fans might think that this was the best conference of the year. Because it seems that all their demands were kind of addressed during this conference. Yeah. What do you think about Nintendo's conference?
I don't know. A lot of my opinion is the same as yours. I didn't play a lot of these games. I am a bit of a Pokemon fan, but I sort of stopped after the 4th generation. And they said it's going to be a fully fledged Pokemon game on the Switch, so that could be neat. And depending on how that turns out, you know, that may influence whether I invest in a Switch or not. However, all the other things that were at the press conference, they just sort of flew over my head. Except for that one thing, and I can't remember if this was actually at Ubisoft's or not. But it was the Mario Rabbids thing. And it had Kojima walk on stage, and that had like one of the main developers there. Yeah, Kojima. Not Kojima. Sorry, I mentioned our Lord's name in vain. I forget his name. Why do I forget his name? This guy's like a legend.
Hold up. Miyamoto.
Yeah, Miyamoto. Yeah. He walked out on stage, and like they had like the main creative developer or something like that behind Mario Rabbids crossover, and like he started crying and stuff. I thought that was funny.
Yeah, that was at Ubisoft's conference. That was something we actually forgot to mention. But yeah, it was actually so crazy seeing that guy cry. Apparently, his backstory is that like he really wanted to work with Miyamoto. Like he really wanted to work with him, and so he finally got to work with him on this game. So. Yeah. It's nice to see that he has a lot of passion for the game, even though it's Mario Rabbids, like Kingdom Battle, but it's still cool.
Yeah.
So really, Super Mario Odyssey, I feel like the Pokemon Switch game can be really cool if they kind of looked at Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, like, on how to make their game. Like, if this Switch game is kind of just like your regular Pokemon game, kind of top-down sort of thing, I think that'd be kind of weird. I feel like they should try to make it like third person. You can kind of walk around and maybe you can have like your Pokemon walk with you sort of thing, just to kind of have that bond and have like the Pokemon battles be like big and epic sort of thing.
Yeah, yeah, huge, like big scale, especially later on when you run into like legendaries and stuff. They should show like the scale, like how big these guys are.
Yeah,
because like in the Pokemon games now, you can't really get a sense of scale.
yeah.
Maybe in the newer ones a little bit.
Like I just think that they should just look at Zelda. I think that's what they should do and kind of look at it and kind of improve Pokemon that way, especially since it's a Switch game.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really all I have to say. Oh, Rocket League for the Switch was announced. Cross-play with Xbox was announced as well. So that's cool. Rocket League is a game that was already on consoles. Played it. That's it. So now we're getting to the two major conferences everybody was waiting for this year. So we're going to talk about Microsoft's. And I just want to stress something real quick. Microsoft, the amount of hype for Microsoft's conference this year was literally at its highest point.
Almost ever.
Like everybody, like it doesn't matter if you're a Nintendo, like Xbox or PlayStation fan, you were gonna watch this conference because of the Xbox Scorpio, and then people were talking about that they had a lot of games in development, and people were just saying that they had a lot of games in development. Phil Spencer said that this show was going to be longer than an hour and a half, so everybody was like, could this be Xbox's redemption? And sadly, that's not what it turned out to be. In my opinion.
First of all, I just want to point out that there were so many games there. There's no way we can cover them all.
No way. I had to cut out some. But they opened with the Xbox One X.
What did you think?
The new console. This thing kind of surprised me. Well, I knew it, but I didn't know that it was going to be like the way it was. Like the specs are crazy, like not like crazy, like it's not really a high-end PC crazy, but it's crazy for the console that I'm playing on.
Yeah.
So
it's a monster.
Yeah. Xbox One, Xbox One X, releasing November 7th. $500 US. I think that's gonna be $600 here. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. Or $550.
Yeah, haven't done translation in terms of money yet.
6 teraflop CPU running at 1.172 gigahertz, 12 gigabytes of GDDR5 memory or RAM, and 325 gigabytes of memory bandwidth. That's
not going to pretend like I know what that very last spec means at all, but
it is also the smallest Xbox.
Smallest Xbox. Wow, I can't imagine anything smaller than the Xbox I have now, which is the standard console. I'm being completely sarcastic.
Like, yeah, he's being sarcastic. Like, honestly, I love the look of it.
Yeah, it looks sleek. It looks like the S, but I like the design of the S.
Yeah. I actually, I want an Xbox One X, and I'm going to tell you why. Not because of the 4K, because I don't have a 4K TV, I have a 1080p TV. But I want the X mainly because it's future-proofed, right? Like, you know that when you get the X, you won't have to worry about upgrading consoles for a while.
Yeah.
And again, I like the way it looks. I have the original Xbox One, so I really want something smaller, and that's just kind of why I want it, And in case I ever upgrade to a 4K TV, I won't have to, buy the X. Like, I can just have the X.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
So I really want the X, personally. I think I might save up for it. And I'm also an Xbox fan, gotta rep Xbox. But I'm not buying the S, personally.
Yeah.
HDR. And also buying the X, like, I have a lot of games that are going to be supported with the 4K patch. So if I ever get a 4K TV, I can just play them with the patch. So honestly, I just think the Xbox One X is impressive. Like, I know that it's not as powerful as many PCs, but it's easily the most powerful console out there. So that's something Xbox has.
Yeah.
They also have, Well, what do you think?
Oh, I thought it was pretty neat. They promised that most of the game, or all of the games that will be available on Xbox One X will will be available and, you know, will run just fine on the original models.
Yeah.
And the, but I don't buy that. I think it's going to be like that for maybe a year or two, maybe 3 at most. And then after that, developers are going to be like, hey, we have this cool new game idea, but it's only available, or it's only possible on the X.
Especially when
and then
she starts winding down, like
and that's and like if that doesn't happen, cool. But I think that even if it doesn't happen, we're gonna end up getting games like Black Ops 3 on the last gen consoles. No campaign, you know, graphics were awful. It ran at 30 FPS. No.
Like, yo, I don't know how Anthem is gonna be running on the original Xbox One. Like,
same. Like the Xbox One X can't even run it at like, and I say this like it should be easy, but you know, the Xbox One X was hyped up so much, like it's in a whole new league, you know. It's leaving the PlayStation 4 Pro in its dust, but you know, it can't even run Anthem at full 4K.
Yeah, I think it's checkerboarding.
Yeah, and it's checkerboard.
Like it looks like it's gonna be at 30 FPS, but I'm not even sure Anthem's gonna look that way when it releases. I think they're gonna downgrade it.
Yeah, same. They're gonna pull
yeah, like that game, it looked way too good, and then they were talking about the seamless world, like with all the vegetation and the monsters. I really doubt that the game's gonna look like that.
Yeah,
unless they cut a lot of features. I feel like the world, I don't know if they're gonna keep the world seamless. I don't know if they will.
Same. I'm not sure if they'll keep it seamless. Do you think they're gonna have like a mode where you can play offline, like at all?
It's supposed to be competing against Destiny, so I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I think Anthem is going to be a good game. I'm just not sure that it's going to look the way that it did at that conference.
And for those unaware, it's not being made by the crew who made Mass Effect Andromeda. I'm not going to say our joke that we make about it, but it's made by the original Mass Effect crew in you know, Edmonton, Alberta. So
like in recent news, they actually like the general manager of BioWare Edmonton, he left, and then they brought back the guy who was there during Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3. So he's leading Anthem's like development. So
yeah. So sorry, you go.
I just have a lot more faith. I just hope that it doesn't just fall into the same traps that Destiny fell into. Lots of DLC, that sort of thing. I want there to actually be a good story. And this is from the people who made Mass Effect 1 to 3, which is another story that I really love. So
yeah.
Like I actually have a question.
Yeah.
Do you think that Anthem could possibly like beat Destiny?
This is a hard question. I don't know. Destiny definitely has its following, but Destiny also has its fair share of people who really felt burnt by it, like who really felt like they didn't get their money's worth. So I feel like if they put enough content in, like in the game, I'm not talking about behind paywalls, I'm talking about in the game. I feel like if they put enough content in the game, and they could win over the support of a lot of people who wanted Destiny to be what, you know, it didn't end up being. And I feel like maybe if they get enough of those people on board with actual content in the game, then yeah, maybe it could be Destiny. But Destiny just has a really big following. And I don't think I think they may get a big following, but I don't think they'll be able to beat out Destiny quite yet, or maybe not at the beginning.
I want it to beat out Destiny. I want it to. I
want it to as well, actually.
I hope the game does really well. They also announced patches for Gears 4, Horizon 3, Killer Instinct, Halo Wars 2, Final Fantasy 15, Resident Evil 7, Ghost Recon Wildlands, Titanfall 2, and so much more. Oh, Rocket League. They also announced Wolfenstein, the new Colossus, and the Evil Within 2. So that just kind of wraps up that.
I want to add something.
What?
We almost give the Xbox One X sort of a bad rep when we talk about like how it was hyped up too much. But I want to point out that it's not like weak or anything. Like it can run Titanfall 2, which is an admittedly sort of outdated looking game. It still has a lot of stuff going on screen. It can run it at 6K, 60 FPS. 8K?
Whoa, wait, I think it was 8K.
Wait, I checked that fact. I'm pretty sure it was 6K.
Titanfall to 8K on... It might have actually been 6K. I might actually be mistaken. Hold up.
Hold up.
On Xbox One X. Oh, I think it actually was 6K.
Yeah, it was 6K. 6K, that's a lot. Like, we talk about these games not being able to run at 4K, you know, checkerboarded 4K, because 4K is so much to deal all this stuff with, and it's running a game at 6K at 60 frames per second.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, they didn't specify the frame rate. They didn't specify the frame rate.
Okay. But still, the Xbox One original had a hard time keeping up with Titanfall 2 at 720p. That is insane. That's more than 6 times the resolution.
I know. Like, I don't really know what to say about it. It's nice that the Xbox One X can run it like that.
Yeah. All right. So what was next?
Forza Motorsport 7 was the first game shown. I'm not really a fan of the Forza Motorsport games. I'm more of a fan of Horizon.
Okay. Yeah.
But the game looked good. It looked gorgeous. I didn't get to watch the stream in 4K. So
I've heard from a lot of people who did watch it live, like at E3, because it went public this year for the first time.
Yeah.
And I heard a lot of people, like Angry Joe, for example, saying that it was stunning.
Yeah.
Like how good it looked visually. Because not only was the game just running at a higher resolution, they used the power of the monster to run it, to run like all the textures that were in like, you know, the world in around them in 4K. So not only was the game running at 4K, a lot of the assets and things that you looked at were also 4K as well. So, you know, it just helped push that whole 4K thing a little bit further, and it just apparently looks mind-blowing.
Yeah, well, I just want to say I'm not an Xbox fanboy. Like, I'm just saying that right now, in case we get like that. Like, no, Forza 7 actually looks like really good. Like, you can go look at the footage yourself. Like, the graphics actually look really good in Forza 7.
Mm-hmm.
But again, I'd be more impressed if it was like Forza Horizon 4 running, like, looking like that in 4K. But
yeah, same.
Metro
Exodus.
Exodus. Metro Exodus.
So that wasn't actually, if I'm correct here, you know, correct me if I'm not, but that wasn't an actual gameplay trailer.
I think that was in-engine footage, because at the beginning, like, the movements the guy were making, you can't really do that on a controller.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and they also said that it wasn't running on the Xbox One X, it was running on a PC with similar specs.
Huh.
So,
that's not too...
Yeah.
That's
I like
shady.
Games. I still need to beat Metro Last Light. I played Metro 2033. But Exodus looks cool.
Yeah, I thought it looked neat.
Assassin's Creed Origins reveal.
Oh boy, wait, can I say something about this?
What?
All right, I feel like they added some RPG elements in this game.
Yeah, they looked to The Witcher for inspiration for this, and I really like that.
I think I liked that, but I want to point something out.
Yeah?
In Assassin's Creed Unity, which I feel was way underrated, frame rate was awful, you know, optimization was terrible, and that's why a lot of people hated it. But I feel like they took out a lot of stuff from Unity that made it so unique. Like the customization with the weapons and stuff like that. They took that out for Syndicate, and then they come back with Assassin's Creed Origins, and then they add a lot of that stuff back in, albeit revamped, but they add a lot of that stuff back in and call it a completely new feature. That's just something I've noticed, but I really am not a fan of that.
People are trying to forget about Unity. Ubisoft's trying to forget about Unity, you know. So I like Unity. You know, Assassin's Creed Origins looks really good in my opinion. I really want to play this. imagine it on the X in 4K, like, and on the PS4 Pro as well.
Isn't it not running in 4K though?
It runs in 4K on the Xbox One X.
Oh, I thought it was checkerboard.
Oh, yeah, it was checkerboarded, but it's still sort of 4K. You know, right now, Xbox's conference had a really good start. It had a really good opening. Like, it opened really well. PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds comes to Xbox later this year. I actually like that. I want to try PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds.
Same. I've seen a lot of videos online of people playing it. Looks fun. Yeah. I hope it's not going to be a full price game. I didn't see the price, but I hope it's not a full price game.
Yeah, I think it's going to be, like, I don't know how much it's on Steam, but I don't think, if it's full price, I'm not buying it. But
no, it's a multiplayer only game with one mode.
Yeah.
I mean, I might be wrong there. I haven't played the game myself. You know, there may be more modes that just aren't really getting uploaded by content creators, but from what I've seen, there's only one mode. So if that game's full price, there's no way I'm buying that.
Yo, I wish that they followed that up with DayZ coming to Xbox One, because that game was supposed to come to Xbox One like a long time ago.
Yeah. DayZ's kind of dead though.
Sort of, but I still want to play it though. I still want to try it out.
Yeah.
State of Decay 2, cool trailer. Still, I really like State of Decay 1, but State of Decay 2 looks cool, but I don't know if I'm really that excited for it, to be honest.
Yeah, I never really got into State of Decay 1. I played it a little bit.
I really liked it.
I played it a little bit, and I'm sure it's a great game. I just never got into it because I had, at the time, I had zombie fatigue, you know?
Yeah.
That when it came out, there was a lot of zombie stuff around it. Or at least when I first got introduced to the game, there was a lot of zombie stuff coming out at the time. So I had zombie fatigue. But it looks good.
Yeah, the graphics are a big upgrade from the first game, because the first game actually looked like shit graphically, but like it looked really bad. But I still don't think it's at the standard of games now.
Is it made by a AAA company?
Oh, it's made by an indie game, but this one's being made like a AAA game. It's going to come out full price.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll see. We'll see if that's any good or not.
Yeah. It also got announced with a 2018 release date, which surprised me. I have to say, it surprised me. I thought it was coming this year.
Yeah.
But it is.
All right. So what's next?
This is when the press conference started waning down.
Okay.
Deep Rock Galactic, the Darwin Project, ID at Xbox, Tacoma, Ashen, The Last Night, which actually looks really good. That was that kind of pixel art game that looked really cool.
Yeah.
4K Minecraft, Dragon Ball Fighter Z, that looked cool. Dragon Ball Fighter Z. Then they showed Sea of Thieves. That demo was too long, in my opinion.
Yeah, it was long and didn't really make me want to buy the game anymore. That being said, I didn't think it looked bad per se.
And that actually looked good. Like the game looks good.
Yeah, it looks fun, but the combat looks so clunky.
The combat doesn't look that great, and I just don't know. I'm not really sure about Sea of Thieves anymore. The game just doesn't look as good as it used to.
Yeah,
what?
I wish it was more of an exploration game than like I wish it didn't really have combat at all. Really, I wish there was like maybe environmental hazards that you had to look out for. Maybe that'd be kind of cool. But you know, like Indiana Jones style, like you're going through a cave to look for a treasure. Maybe there's like a boulder, and I'm pretty sure there are traps, but I wish those were like the main danger.
I just feel that this game is coming out next year, 2018. But that one got an 8-minute gameplay demo, and the game that is coming out this year, Crackdown 3, got a 2-minute trailer. I feel like it should have been the other way around.
Same, yeah, absolutely.
But we'll get back to
Crackdown 3. Okay, yeah, sorry.
We'll get back to Crackdown 3 in a second. We just have to talk about a few things first. Life is Strange Before the Storm. That was actually a surprise. I didn't expect that at a Microsoft press conference. Looks cool. I played the first Life is Strange. I thought it was really fun. I really liked it. Super Lucky's Tale. That was
boy.
That was the biggest psych I've ever seen because I thought it was Conquer, man.
Yeah, yo, I thought I saw the orange tail. I thought it was Conker's
Yo,
Bad Fur Day. I'm like, oh boy, Xbox is about to drop a bomb, and then I was like, oh,
yo, that would have been a megaton drop.
yeah,
That would have. But super lucky still. I actually think the game looks cool. It's not full price. It's gonna be $40. I think 50 here, but it looks all right. It's an actual Xbox exclusive, like Xbox Play Anywhere. Like it's
oh,
not.
so it's gonna be Windows 10 as well.
Yeah,
Okay.
looks cool. Looks colorful. I've been playing a lot of platformers this year, so maybe if it comes my way, maybe from the library or something, Cuphead.
Cuphead, really looking forward to that. That comes out just after my birthday, I think.
September 29th, I believe.
Hey, you know
Cuphead.
what to get me for a belated birthday gift?
Yo, Cuphead continually looks amazing. That game
Yeah.
has never looked bad. It looks so fun. I want to play it. I don't want to pre-order it, but the game, it looks really good.
hmm I definitely buy. Is it going to be full price?
No, it's
No.
like $25.
Oh wow, yeah, that's probably going to be close to a day one pickup for me.
Yeah,
Close,
Cuphead looks.
if not.
It's my most anticipated Xbox exclusive this year.
Damn, son. Was it also your most anticipated exclusive last time it was announced?
No, it's just that this year, like, it's just that and Crackdown 3, and I think
Yeah.
Cuphead is better. So now let's talk about Crackdown 3. I like Crackdown, the series. I played 1 and 2, didn't beat either of them. It's one of those games that, like, I have, but, like, you know, it's like I just have those games, kind of like Dark Souls. Like, I have Demon Souls, Dark Souls 1, and Dark Souls 2. I've played all of those games, but I've never beaten any of them.
What a surprise.
So Crackdown is one of those games. I own Crackdown 2. I played Crackdown 1. The series is cool. I just didn't think... I feel like it needed to have more presence. They're going to show more of it at Gamescom, though. So
Okay,
Gamescom,
maybe that'll change our minds.
Maybe. It looks kind of okay. Like, it looks
I
alright.
think the destruction is a bit of a gimmick though. Like it's cool how you can destroy everything. You know, with the cloud, there's more power.
That's only in
But
multiplayer.
I feel like with the cloud, there's going to be also more problems as well. And the destruction seems a little bit gimmicky, less like a feature and more like it's just sort of there.
Yeah, that's only for the multiplayer. It's not going to be in the single player. So.
Oh really? Oh wow! Holy moly! I'm out of. Jeez.
After that, I don't think this is even in order. Yeah, this isn't in order, but Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor, Shadow of War, sorry.
Looks pretty cool.
I don't like the name.
Me neither, I don't like the name.
Shadow of War. They showed a gameplay demo. It's nice to see that Xbox has marketing rights to some games.
Yeah, it looks cool. To me, I like how they're using the Arkham combat. I'm an Arkham fan. No, but in all seriousness, though,
I think Arkham Knight is a good game. So
hey, it's not a bad game. Anyways, that's off topic. I think they're using the combat nicely. I think the graphics look good. I think the gameplay looks solid. You know, the new Nemesis system looks kind of cool.
it really looks like a big improvement from the first game.
Yeah.
It's really what a sequel should be.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Destiny 2. That's really what a sequel should be. It looks cool. Comes out in October, so October is going to be a packed month.
Yeah.
It really is. And November is only going to be worse. Oh, I forgot to mention this. Crackdown 3 is coming out in November, sandwiched right in between COD World War II and Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Ooh, wait. Oh,
Yo.
wait. Now the real question is Star Wars Battlefront 2 going to lose sales because of Crackdown 3 or other way around?
Hell no! You think Crackdown 3 is going to take any sales from Star Wars Battlefront 2?
Hey, we all thought Ghost Recon Wildlands was going to flop, and that game sold pretty damn well.
That game sold extremely well. It was the best-selling game of 2017 until Injustice 2 came out. And then Crash came out.
So, I don't know. You know, unexpected things can happen.
Like, yo, Ghost Recon Wildlands, it kept winning those NPDs. I didn't even expect that. I thought the game was gonna flop.
Exactly, and that's what we're thinking Crackdown might do. And
No,
you know, I'm hoping as a, you know, a Microsoft IP.
I don't. The reason I disagree with you on that, like Crackdown doing good, is just that, like, to me, like a game like Call of Duty and Star Wars, it just captures more people than Crackdown does. Crackdown isn't even like a well-known, like it's not one of the big Xbox mascots. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
it's gonna sell like Halo Wars 2.
yo, Halo Wars 2 was abysmal. I don't want to get into a rant about that, but Halo Wars 2, like, although I really like the game, the sales are really bad. And they're not doing Halo 3 Anniversary because they don't want to make bad investments, but they made Halo Wars 2. And that's,
Yeah.
oh my god, I don't want to get into a rant about that.
All right.
Ori and the Will of the Wisps. Ori and the Will of the
Let's just, I don't know, it looks cool. I mean, I swear every time an award for a Batman game comes out, Ori and the Blind Forest wins. But,
oh my god. Yeah, Ori and the Blind Forest was just stealing a lot of the categories Arkham Knight was nominated in. But yeah, I'm playing through Ori and the Blind Forest. I've been playing through it rather slowly because I've been playing other games. Like, it was one of those games that I got, but then I got a lot of other games at the time, so I've kind of been neglecting that. But it's an amazing game, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna get back to it in like I'm gonna beat it. Like maybe in August, but I'm gonna beat it. And then there was this announcement that had a lot of people clapping more than any other thing shown at the E3, and that was original Xbox games being added to backwards compatibility. Declan, what are your thoughts?
I thought this was an awesome idea. I'm definitely gonna, because I have a friend, not gonna mention his name, but I have a friend who owns an original Xbox and a lot of original Xbox games. So I'm definitely gonna hop on some of those. Although recently my excitement has sort of dimmed down a little bit, not completely. I'm still really excited for it because I didn't get to try out those games in the first place. But there's recently been some information. You know, they're not gonna do anything with the aspect ratio. It's still gonna be what is it?
4x3, and apparently there's going to be no achievements as well.
No achievements, and since it's 4x3, I'm pretty sure that means it's not going to be full HD as well.
Yeah, yeah, it's not going to be full HD. It's literally just going to be, you just play the game like the way it was before. Yeah. So, hold on, I'm going to need you to hold the fort for a bit. Can you talk about Anthem real quick while I come back, the gameplay demo?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
All right, so Anthem, I thought was like really cool. They started off with the a little bit of like, I can't tell if it was gameplay or not. It really didn't look like gameplay. It really looked like it was just like a pre-rendered cutscene before gameplay, because the facial expressions they had there were just pitch perfect, man. They were insanely good looking, and the gameplay looked too smooth to be done on a controller or a keyboard or anything. It looked like it was, you know, animated completely. And not to mention the fact that the quality in graphics dropped a little, like a tiny bit between when she got in that big robot thing called the Javelin to where it was clearly gameplay. You know, it dropped quality. It was like in the Arkham games, the not Arkham Knight, but the ones on the last gen consoles, and there was clearly a difference between the HD cutscenes and the actual gameplay. Yeah. But after that. It was pretty cool, you know. There was his cringy friend there. There was the main girl's cringy friend, or main guy. I can't remember if it was a guy or a girl, but there was the friend there who had like I think it was the Titan or whatever. I don't really remember, but it was just showing off all the other javelins and stuff.
The girl was the main character, and I think the guy was the friend.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
It was pretty neat, you know. You could fly around, you know, shoot people. Kind of sounds generic, but it's cool. You can fly around, and then you can go underwater too, which
was that
really
the one that thought that shooting was a little weird?
I don't know. It sort of looked like Gears of War a little bit to me.
Without the cover system, though.
Yeah. So more like the War for Cybertron or the Transformers games.
Yeah. Like, I just thought that combat was a little weird. You know, the gameplay demo was cool, but I don't think it was something they should have closed the conference off with.
Yeah, considering it's not even an exclusive, that they should have saved that for Crackdown, in my opinion.
Yeah, they should. Yeah, that would have been a better idea. They should have either closed it with Crackdown, or like Phil Spencer said that they had exclusives. Like he signed a lot of deals and that they're exclusives, like in sort of like development.
Yeah.
And I feel like what they should have done was to end off the conference. They should have either showed like a quick little teaser or like a trailer for one of those games. I know that the makers of Forza Horizon are working on a game on the scale of Horizon Zero Dawn. So I feel like they should have had a little teaser to show what the game's about, what the setting is.
Well,
you know,
I don't know. Horizon 3 just finished. Maybe like a live action teaser, like what was released for Anthem before E3, would have been kind of neat, but not like to end the
like something exclusive, you know?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. I like the gameplay demo was cool, but that shouldn't have been the closer, because, you know.
Anyways,
it was, yeah. So that was Microsoft's conference. I don't know if it's my favorite. I don't know if I prefer Sony's. I actually don't think I have a favorite conference anymore. I can't really pick. But I thought it was a good conference, but the amount of hype for it, you know,
yeah,
it definitely didn't meet up with that hype.
Yeah.
You know, we were expecting more exclusives, not console launch exclusives. We were expecting, you know, more AAA games, Crackdown 3. I feel like, and now their fall lineup is kind of in danger because all they have is Crackdown 3 and Cuphead. You know, I feel like they should have had State of Decay 2 there as well. I feel like they should have had it. I feel like that might have been something else. Or maybe even in the World Sea of Thieves. But now we got to move on to the last one, Sony's. Sony, okay, so Microsoft's press conference had just happened, and we were all talking about how it was disappointing that Sony was going to murder them, you know?
Like, there was no way Sony was going to lose at all.
We all thought that Sony was going to, like, wipe the floor, like, dig the grave, and it was going to be over, because they had so many games they could have shown. And the conference was, like, an hour long, and they showed a lot of the things they showed last year.
Yeah. And one of the big things that they showed was just a DLC trailer for Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah, so they actually had a pre-show that came before that showed off a lot of games that didn't make it on the conference. I learned about this just a couple of days ago. Apparently the makers of Until Dawn are making a new game, and I'm like, whoa, why wasn't this at the conference?
Yeah, like at least an announcement or something.
But then I learned what the game actually was, and I was kind of like, ooh.
Oh, what is it?
Well, it's this game called Hidden Agenda. It's like this crime thriller, sort of. And I'm like, okay, so like this looks all right. And then I saw people sitting around like their couches, playing with their phones. I'm like, no.
Oh, no.
Like they pulled out their phones and like they were making decisions and playing the game with their phone, sort of thing. And I was like, oh no. Like I thought it was just
were they Sony phones?
I don't know, like Sony just has this thing called PlayLink, I think, where like you can play games with your phones and with your friends. They also showed off, I think they showed off Hellblade and Knack 2, Super Hot PSVR, just stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. So, well, let's just start off with what they showed off first.
Oh, sure. That was it
before the VR segment.
Oh, no, it's the pre-show. They mentioned that stuff in the pre-show.
Oh, okay.
But honestly, I don't think we're really going to talk about the VR section. I didn't take notes of any of the games that were shown. So
yeah, it was really boring, really dim.
Yeah, so they opened the conference with Uncharted: The Lost Legacy.
Again, it looked like it was going to be a DLC, and now it looks like a full game.
I don't think it should have been an opener, though.
Yeah, it's just a DLC.
Honestly, I feel like it would have been better if they put that in the middle and they opened with something like God of War Days Gone. I feel like that's what they should have done. And then... What?
Nothing.
Oh, yeah. So I feel like what they should have done was open with Days Gone and like open with that gameplay demo, get people excited, and then show that after. because Uncharted: The Lost Legacy, like my thoughts on that game, like I haven't played Uncharted 4. I want to play Uncharted 4. I haven't played it, but Uncharted: The Lost Legacy to me has never really piqued my interest, mainly because I haven't really I like the characters of Chloe and Nadine carrying their own game to me is just a little weird because I never thought of them as main characters. You know what I'm saying?
And for those of you out there, like major SJWs, we're not saying this because they're women.
No, we're not. Like Chloe, she was kind of like the sexy side character to Nate, you know? Like,
yeah.
In Uncharted 2. In Uncharted 3, she was kind of like a little underused, but
just there.
In Uncharted 2, you know, she was kind of like the sexy sidekick. So I'm like, all right, that's cool. Like that's her role. And Nadine in Uncharted 4, she was kind of like just the girl villain, you know. So I didn't expect that they were gonna have like their own thing. But at first, like it was just a DLC, right? So I was just like, okay, like it's probably gonna be like 5 hours long, but now it's gonna be like 10 hours long. Like it's basically as long as Uncharted 4, like 3 hours, like less, basically.
Mm.
So I don't know. It looks cool, but I'm not really like excited for it, you know.
All right. So what was next? Was
your thoughts on the Lost Legacy?
I don't know. I'm a massive Uncharted fan, but
Yeah.
I never ended up getting a PS4, so I didn't get to play Uncharted 4, which sucks because I've heard it's really good. But, you know, it looks, from what I've seen, to be like a DLC, but a full game. You know, like it looks like Destiny. It looks like Destiny 2. Looks like a DLC, but like, you know, a full game. It's you know, I can't really say much. I haven't played Uncharted 4, and it is a DLC, I'm pretty sure, for Uncharted 4.
It's standalone.
Oh, it's actually a standalone?
It's basically, it's damn near its own game now, basically.
Well,
like,
you know, let's hope that's a good thing. Let's hope that's a good thing.
Yeah. Like, the game looks good, but I just don't think, like it's just not something I would buy right away.
And the villain looks kind of neat, though.
Yeah, the villain does look cool. Anyways, Horizon Zero Dawn, Frozen Wilds. I didn't DLC. I think they kind of. I don't think that was necessary.
Yeah, I didn't get excited for that at all.
Yeah, that's. I haven't played Horizon. Looks like a good game, but the DLC I don't think should have been at free. But now, what they showed next, yo, I've been repping this game since last year when y'all were making fun of it, but like my friends, not like the community, but just my friends. Days Gone got a new gameplay demo.
It looks it looks neat and interesting.
Oh my god!
But not, you know, my kind of game.
Oh no, man! Yo, that game, that new demo. Like, I can see why people didn't like the first demo because it was like it looked really scripted. You had like unlimited ammo. You know, there were like zombies left and right, that sort of thing. But this new demo actually showed like they touched up the graphics. The game actually looks really good graphically now.
The story looks kind of neat though, and as well as the, you know, like the open world part, how he like distracted the zombies and stuff like that.
Yeah, like he used the zombies to his advantage. Like there was I think crafting. I don't know if that was in that demo, but it looks like crafting is going to be in it. They showed like him like get hit by the tripwire and everything falling over. You know, they said all that stuff is dynamic. The wolves chasing him, that's dynamic. They even released an alternate gameplay demo where like he saw the trap and it was like snowing and stuff, so like weather's gonna be dynamic. It looks like it's gonna have a good story. Yo, honestly, this game to me, like it's just packing. Like I know it's not really doing anything that innovative, like per se. It looks like it doesn't look like it's doing that much new, but to me that doesn't really matter. And like I'm not saying like because I know I might sound like a hypocrite because of like Destiny 2, that sort of thing. But no, like this game looks like it has a lot of content, you know?
Yeah.
Like it looks like it has a lot of content. The gameplay looks smooth. The story looks good. You know, it looks better than State of Decay 2. So, honestly, like it's a PlayStation exclusive, Sony vend. I've been repping this game. It's coming out next year. I feel like That it would have been a bigger bomb drop if it was coming out this year.
Yeah, same.
You know, like Sony doesn't have a major exclusive for the fall.
So what was next?
What was next? Monster Hunter World
I'm
coming
not
to
too
Xbox.
excited for that.
Yeah, coming to Xbox. Kind of looks like a PS3 game. No, the graphics. It's like a Japanese game. So
Graphics are never too... Well, the Japanese games mostly focus on the gameplay, though.
yeah, the gameplay looks kind of cool, dinosaurs and stuff. But you know, it's coming out full price, so no. You know,
no.
like, I can't. I'm not gonna spend that much money on that game. But they also showed Shadow of the Colossus remake. Never played the original. Actually, I have. I've played the original using PS Now. I played like
What an innovative service.
Oh my god! I played 5 minutes of the game. I thought it was cool, but I didn't really get it at the time. So if I had a PS4, I'd get this remake. It looks good.
All right.
Whole VR section, nobody cares about that. COD World War II got a multiplayer trailer, and this actually got me mad because I wanted to see campaign.
I didn't even notice that it was multiplayer. I couldn't tell, actually, that it was multiplayer. I didn't know if it was multiplayer or campaign.
I actually wanted a gameplay demo, like the campaign. That's what
Like Advanced Warfare did when it came out? Well, like E3?
And Black Ops 3 had a little bit of a demo as well. Not last year, but 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So, and Infinite Warfare had one. Like, COD World War II is the only one that hasn't had a gameplay demo. So that was kind of dumb.
Yeah.
But the game looks cool. Multiplayer looks cool. It looks like they're trying different things.
Yeah.
And that's
looks like Sledgehammer is really stepping up their game.
Yeah. Sledgehammer, I really liked Advanced Warfare. A lot of people will argue with me on that, but I really liked Advanced Warfare. So let's see what they do with World War II when it comes out.
Okay.
So God of War PS4, and I'll be the first one to say that because last year I didn't like the way the game looked at all. I was actually outspoken. I said the game doesn't look that good. I don't like the new direction, but the new trailer actually made me like the game. Like, I take back everything I said.
I stand exactly where I stood before. I think the game looks amazing.
Oh my God. Last year the gameplay was so slow. Like, the combat didn't look as fun as it did this year.
It looked like that may have been like a tutorial section, though. They just took out all the tutorial prompts.
Yeah, like, because last year's it was just kind of him, like, the combat looked like the guy was just mashing square. That's all it looked like he was doing.
Are you still there?
I'm there. I'm here. Declan?
Oh, I can hear you now.
Oh, okay. Sorry for that little hiccup. But it looked like the guy was just kind of running and like just mashing square to hit. Like, that looked like all the game was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, but this year, like, it actually looked like there were like combos. He was using shields. There were like big bosses. So I'm like, that looks cool. It also looks like it has a good story. So
yeah.
2018. People were hoping for this year.
No, not quite. Not quite.
Oh my God. Detroit Become Human trailer.
Was looking forward to it when it was revealed. Now I'm actually not so much.
That trailer, it kind of looked, the game kind of looked, corny is not the right word, but it didn't look,
It looked like PS4's Quantum Break.
Yeah.
Almost. I say that loosely because you can't really say a console has a version of Quantum Break because that game was sort of iffy.
Yeah. Not Quantum Break. Detroit Become Human, I think the idea is cool. I like the choices. It's kind of like a next level Telltale game. But, if they're selling the game at full price, I don't know if that's really going to be worth it to me. I don't know. There's the character that they showed and the gameplay demo that they showed, it just didn't resonate to me as much as the other one did last year.
Yeah.
Because to me, it really looked like there were a lot of stakes. Like, last year, it was like an not an interrogation, but like the robot was holding the girl on the edge, and there are like so many ways you could have stopped it. But this time it was kind of just
not stopped it as well.
Yeah, but this time it was kind of just like a couple of guys taking control of robots, like starting a revolution thing, and that just didn't look that great to me.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of my thoughts on Detroit Become coming out next year. So
Yeah, my thoughts are exactly the same.
Yeah. Next year seems to be a really packed year for PlayStation. Especially Spider-Man PS4 is coming out next year as well.
This year still has some pretty good. I say pretty good, but this year's had some really good games.
A lot of them games are Japanese though.
Yeah.
This year. But
anyways,
there was a Destiny 2 trailer. We already spoke about Destiny 2 earlier. A PS4 demo to close off the conference. This was another big psych of E3 this year.
I thought it was going to be Last of Us 2, which they didn't show at all.
Everybody did. Everybody thought it was Last of Us 2. Especially the way he was talking about it.
And he's like a well-known PlayStation developer.
Honest, like when he walked off the stage, I was like, all right, we're going to get the Last of Us 2. This might save the conference. And then it was Spider-Man. It showed the city of New York. Okay, so at first, I was a little bit iffy about that gameplay demo. I didn't like the QTEs. But then upon rewatching it, honestly, I think the game looks amazing. Honestly.
Really? I've rewatched that about 5 times. My opinion hasn't changed. I think the combat looks neat again. Looks like it's inspired by the Arkham combat.
That game looks so smooth. Like, just in general. Like, all the animations and the movements look so smooth. Like
they look smooth. But I don't, and, you were like this at first, but not now. I don't like at all the QTEs in the game. I don't like that. When I'm playing as Spider-Man, I want to have freedom.
Yeah, but the thing
is that what I want.
How could you have those moments and then how can you play those moments? Like when the crane's falling down, like how?
I want it to be like Dishonored, like not like like obviously completely different because it's Spider-Man, but like I want to have the freedom to go in different ways and do things so many different ways. I want to have the freedom to go in out loud or go in quietly or use the environment.
So you want it to be like that crane outcome is like one of many outcomes for the mission.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be cool.
Put some weight on being Spider-Man. He's not a man. He's a kid. Like Spider-Man: Homecoming did this well. He's not a man. He's a kid, and he's gonna mess up.
Except this one is an experienced Spider-Man. He's been Spider-Man for 8 years. So.
Oh, okay. I didn't get that detail, but.
Yeah. I think that would be cool if there were choices, but the game is already huge. They've already said it's the biggest Insomniac game ever made. There's going to be a lot of story. So I don't know if they really have the resources to make it so that the missions can end in different ways.
True. That's something you really have to decide on, like at the start.
Really early on. And you have to do that. I think that Spider-Man PS4. Oh, and they also addressed the web swinging. They heard that a lot of people said the web swinging was slow, but then they released a new kind of behind-the-scenes trailer that showed the new web swinging, and it's much faster now. So
it's not the same as what was in the trailer.
No.
Gameplay?
They sped it up a little bit. They sped it up a little bit.
Okay.
So honestly, I just think that Spider-Man PS4. I think it's going to be amazing.
I hope so.
I'm Spider-Man. Huh?
I said I hope so.
Yeah, I'm a big Spider-Man fan. Spider-Man's my favorite hero. And, after the Amazing Spider-Man 2 video game, I've kind of been hoping for, a good Spider-Man game. And it seems to me that Insomniac's doing that. Like, I like how they're going with a villain that not a lot of people have done, Mr. Negative.
Yeah, that's cool.
He looks really cool. I like the way they're doing him.
I mean, personally, I'm a Batman fan, so I'm not really thirsty for any new Batman games. I've been getting those left and right. But anyways, that's off topic.
Yeah, I just think Spider-Man PS4, if it's done right, it could really, show that, superhero games aren't always like a lost cause. Like, it's not a curse.
Well, I mean, Batman already did that.
But that's one hero, right?
Yeah, true.
So I feel like if they do with more heroes, because I think a lot of developers are kind of afraid of making superhero games. Well, not as much as before, because now it's gets them a lot of marketing and stuff. But I feel like they're still weary because superhero games have kind of been sucking, for a while ago. But I hope Spider-Man PS4 does well. I hope it gets sequels. That's all I really want from it. I just want it to be a good game, you know, and I just hope for the best. So, so this Sony conference, again, like I know we're speaking really highly about a lot of the games, and this is probably why I prefer it over Microsoft's, because although the games that they showed last year, like they showed the same games last year, and Microsoft showed a lot of new games, I think Sony showed a lot of better games.
Yeah. I mean, Super Lucky's Tale, come on. Maybe if that was Conker's Bad Fur Day, but no.
Yo, if that was Conker's Bad Fur Day, oh my god, that would have been amazing.
It'd be over for everyone, even if Valve revealed Half-Life 3. Okay, maybe not that, but...
It wouldn't have been over. Like, but it would have been awesome. But, you know, so my favorite conference was Sony's, followed by... I'm just trying to do this real quick. My favorite was Sony's, probably followed by Microsoft's, then Ubisoft, then probably
Nintendo.
EA's, and then Bethesda's. I can barely hear you.
What about Nintendo's?
Oh, Nintendo. Oh, shoot. Okay, so it's probably going to be Sony, Microsoft, Ubisoft, Nintendo, EA, and then Bethesda. I thought Bethesda had the worst conference, personally.
Okay, I'm actually going to go with Microsoft, then Sony, then Ubisoft, then Nintendo, then EA, then Bethesda.
Yeah, I really feel like Bethesda didn't need a conference this year.
They didn't need a conference, and the fact that they had one didn't really change that. Like, oh boy, you have a conference, but it needs to be good.
Yeah, like, I feel like the last 2 years it was justified. 2015, they had Fallout 4 and Dishonored 2 shown. Dishonored 2 had a teaser that year. Then in 2016, they had Prey and Dishonored 2, and this year they had Wolfenstein and the Evil Within. And I guess you could say that, yeah, but I feel like last year they just had more stuff. They also had Quake Champions the other years as well.
Yeah.
I feel like they needed it more the other years, and that they didn't need to come back this year. So,
anyways,
overall thoughts. E3 was kind of, to me, disappointing. You know, wasn't as good as last year's. Last year was a really good year.
Yeah.
So what were some of your favorite games this year? Just to close this off.
Let's just go with 3 favorite.
Yeah, games. 3 favorites? Okay.
Okay. This is, okay, definitely A Way Out.
A Way Out, okay.
Okay, one of my favorites. This is tough. Anthem looks pretty cool.
Okay.
And this is tough. Got so many decisions.
Honestly, I'm going to do 5. I'm not going to do 3. I can't do 3.
So we got A Way Out, Anthem.
A Way Out.
And I think...
That's it.
I can't really think of any other ones that I want to, choose over, all the other ones, because they're just sort of meh to me.
Yeah.
I think if I have to choose, Cuphead.
Okay. Cuphead. All right. My 5, I'm going to do 5. I can't pick 3. Mine, Spider-Man, okay. PS4, Days Gone. Okay, Spider-Man PS4, Days Gone. Fuck. Wait, hold up. Wolfenstein. No. I haven't played. Hold up. Hold up. Wait. Okay, Spider-Man PS4, Days Gone, Assassin's Creed Origins. I thought that was really good. That would be my 3. But if I were to pick 2 extra, I would say, God of War and Super Lucky's Tale. Anyway, no, not Super Lucky. Probably if I had to pick, like,
Cuphead.
What?
Come on, just say Cuphead.
Oh, well, Cuphead didn't really have that much of a trailer this year.
True.
So if I was talking about what was shown this year, that's what that for. Spider-Man PS4, Days Gone, Assassin's Creed Origins. Those are my 3.
Okay.
So that's really it. Man, this was
right.
actually a long. It's like a 2-hour episode.
Wow, that's pretty cool. I thought this was going to be like half an hour.
Yeah. So this podcast was a little bit turbulent at first. Like we were laughing a lot, but I really think we started to pull through at the end.
Are you gonna make this into like a part 1 and 2?
I don't know. I'm probably just gonna release it all as one episode.
Okay.
But yeah, that's it. This is the Broken Joystick Podcast, Episode 1, E3 2017 discussion. This is Amadou's reviews. This podcast is probably going to continue with more episodes in the future. There's not going to really be a schedule for it. I don't want it to be like weekly because I don't know. So, yeah. It's been Amadou's reviews and Declan.
Mean Machine? Well, my channel's Mean Machine, but my name's Declan.
Yeah, go check out his channel. He posts some pretty weird stuff.
Cool, that's the right word to use, Amadou. Cool.
Go check him out. Please like and subscribe. Comment. Maybe you can tell us your favorite games of E3 this year, if you like. Like you don't have to. But yeah, Broken Joystick, Episode 1, and this is it. Bye.